Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke and this day in history for Wednesday, March 25th. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! That was a joke in, what was that, an Austin Powers movie? It was definitely one of those comedy movies around that time. All right. And what do you think happened on March 25th, 1911? Ooh, yes. The infamous Shirtwaist Factory fire. Fire kills 146 at Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. On March 25th, 1911, one of the most infamous incidents in America's industrial history, the Triangle Shirtwaist Company factory in New York City burned down. The tragedy led to the development of a series of laws and regulations that better protected the safety of factory workers. The factory was located in the top 3 floors of the Ash Building in Manhattan. It was a true sweatshop employing young immigrant women who worked in a cramped space at lines of sewing machines. Nearly all the workers were teenage girls who made only about $15 a week, working 12 hours a day every day. There were 600 workers at the factory when a fire began in a rag bin. The manager attempted to use the fire hose to extinguish it, but the hose was rotted and its valve was rusted shut. Exits were wholly inadequate. Within 18 minutes, dozens of workers burned to death, were suffocated by smoke, fell to their death in the elevator shaft, or died jumping from the windows. With 2 more dying later from their injuries, a total of 146 people were killed by the fire. Yeah. Anyone who complains about OSHA just needs to go read about what happened before there was OSHA. All right. Well, I would like to thank the following members for starting a new month. Thank you to Choneswow, Chris Brower, and Unruly Sphinx. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Wire, Quark, Cloud, Ping, Spin, Obscure, Charge, Fortune, Check, Time, Gallop, Blur, Muddy, People, Cash, and Cur. Is that how you spell cur? Like, oh, you're a cur. Like you're, I don't know, a bad person. I don't know the exact definition, but maybe. It could also be short for current, like the current thing. Did that help? The time-based current. Anyway, not the stream-based current, time-based current. Happening now. Anyway, I'm spending too much time on that. Quark stood out to me, like the physics concept, or the character in Deep Space Nine, but I don't think it's that. So physics concept, quark. I mean, I kind of wanted to put charge with it, but they're not really the same thing. Quark is a fundamental particle. Charge is a property of particles. But we have charge and spin. I don't know. And then cloud, like a cloud of electrons. I think that this is some kind of weird red herring for people who are physics nerds. Let's ignore this for now. Fortune stood out to me as well. Yeah, we got Fortune and Time. These are magazines. Gallop. Is Gallop? I know they do polls. Are they a magazine? They might be. So if this is a rainbow herring, then one of these is a magazine. I don't know if Quark is a magazine or not. People is definitely a magazine. So maybe it's not a rainbow herring. I mean, they have done categories before that are just like physics terms. So it could be that. Or quantum physics terms. Maybe. I'm going to hold off on it, though. I am wearing purple today, so we're going to try to get purple first. So magazine names could be blue, could be yellow. I'm going to mark it blue for now, but I mean, they're very commonly known. So here's the thing. Like blue is often trivia, but if it's a really, really commonly known trivia, then it can be promoted to yellow. So, or demoted to yellow. So we'll see. We'll see what else is here. We got blur and cur and obscure, ending in wire. Ways of sending money. You can wire it. You can use cash. You can charge it. Okay. You can write a check. Ways of using cash. I'm going to call that yellow until proven otherwise. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these are yellow adjacent. A lot. I only know 2 of them so far. So then charge wouldn't be the physics term. Neither would wire. Ping. Obscure is interesting. Okay, you can obscure the truth, right? Obscure can be mean to like blur, to muddy, to spin. Okay, so ways of like these are synonyms. So it makes me want to make it yellow. I think I want all of them to be yellow. We'll reevaluate once we figure out what this last one is. So quark, cloud, ping, and cur. It's probably purple. We can at least mark it as such, but we need to think. I need to figure out what this is because I'm not wholly. Well, I think at this point, I'm pretty confident that this is correct, but I could see Quark and Gallup getting swapped, for example. Like if Quark was a magazine. I don't think it is, but let's see. Quark, cloud, ping, and cur. I'm trying to see if it's using letters, like quart, but with the T changed to a K. Like it could be measurements with one letter changed. Yeah, because I mean, quark is quart, ping is pint. What would cur be? Cup? What would cloud be? Not clout. Is it obvious what cloud would be? Change the last letter to be a measurement. Is there a different one that we can change the last letter of to be a measurement? And does cloud go with something else? Cloud could go with green, the obscure category. So, okay. So I think cloud goes with green. Like you cloud the truth. And that means one of my greens is incorrect. Oops. So which of my greens is actually purple? Blur. Blue, blub. I don't think blur can be it. Obscure, no way. Spin would be the top one. I want to think about spin more than the other ones. Spit, spiff, spills. I just don't think spin can become a unit of measurement. Maybe I need to really untangle this because obviously one of these greens needs to donate to another category. Shoot. I think it has to be spin moving to something else. Is spin a magazine? Can any of these be changed? Not people. Gallop can be gallon. Okay. Nice. All right. So, oops. Yeah, spin is our magazine, which I haven't heard of, but I assume that that's what's happening. We'll see. And then we definitely gallop becomes gallon. So this has to be purple. Let's think about what the other colors are. Is spin obscure enough that it would promote this to blue? Maybe. These are synonyms. Normally synonyms would be yellow, but these are also synonyms. And they're all verbs as well. So I think this is just a little bit, I don't know. I'm going to say that this is yellow just because it's a little bit easier. I'm not sure though. Okay, so we're going to do cur, gallop, ping, and quark for units of measurement with last letter changed. Units of volume with last letter changed. Okay, so let's erase this part. See if we can fix our other circles. So anything that's purple was a different color. So now I think fortune, time, people, and spin is magazines. Darn, they made that green. Like there was no way for me to know. And so now the two blues are incorrect coloring. Okay, so then blur, muddy, obscure, and cloud. Is that going to be blue? That's yellow? Okay, so I completely got the colors wrong, but at least I got all the categories right. Payment methods. I don't understand the coloring on this at all. I think I had the correct coloring. I don't know. I guess okay. If I'm thinking the way they think, maybe these aren't actually synonyms. These are actions that are part of a category. And then they kind of promoted the magazine trivia. So basically they had, I mean, I don't know, like they had two things that could have been blue and they thought magazines was easier, I guess. I don't know. I think this was a valid reverse rainbow, but they just decided to use different colors. Anyway, I'm not going to stop complaining about that. It's just they give a badge for they give a badge for reverse rainbow, and I'd like to increase that number. That's all. Difficulty. Well, if I hadn't really been careful about like not just letting purple happen, I could, there was the one away to chase on magazines quite a lot. There was the one away to chase on obfuscate. If you think spin might be in there, so if you're thinking truth, spin is definitely could be in that category to obfuscate, right? So, and there was also the quantum physics stuff. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5, and I think we have a 65% solve rate. Let's see how close I am. All right. Is anyone keeping track? I hope no one's keeping track of how close I am. It is a lightning bolt battery, green battery thing. Is that because of charge? They give it 2.8. Okay. Not quite 3. 57%. I think I said 65. All right. And this sort of thing where it's like almost equal or even almost equal in number of mistakes tells me that there's a lot of one-away chasing happening. So did you get lucky or not on your one-away chasing affects the number of mistakes more than anything else. Wow. My order is okay. There's obviously quite a few people who have the same game as me, but it's a perfect game. And usually for perfect games, the uniqueness is lower than that. So almost 1 in 600 uniqueness for a perfect game is pretty unique. Wow, yeah. Purple first is 3%. Green first is 2%. Yeah, because people are putting Gallop in with the magazines if they're going to guess them at all. And might be losing if they attempt that. This is winning games. People getting obfuscate, people getting payment methods, mostly obfuscate. Then it moves over to blue. And we have quite a few more people getting green on their second guess. And then ever, yeah, it's purple and green. Which tells me that green should have been blue, like I made it. I suppose I had these backwards though. Did I? I don't remember. Anyway. So yeah, we have 16% of no, it's actually 23% of people with yellow blue only. 12% only yellow, 5% nothing, 2% only blue. So yeah, it's an issue with purple and green. All right. Putting Gallop in with magazines. 20% of people did that. Putting fortune in with money related words. Okay. I suppose. It's kind of different, but ping in with blue. Huh. So people are trying to think what is the third word for blue. And some people know it's wire. Some people know it's charge. Yeah, that's interesting. Putting quark in as a magazine, putting spin in as a measurement. Or, I mean, this could just be people trying to figure out with one-aways. All right, so yellow first, 54%. And then lagging way behind, we've got blue first. Blue, fortune with blue. So missing wire, not knowing about wiring funds. Spin in with yellow is one red herring I said was possible. Purple first is 1%. So the 3% who got purple first of winning games, they made some mistakes before getting purple first. 2% of them. Well, 2/3 of the people who got purple first made mistakes beforehand. I suppose is one way to put that. Ping in with blue, quark, cloud, spin, and charge. This is our physics red herring. I knew that it wasn't going to be a lot of people trying it, but it did end up being the rainbow herring. So my suspicion that was the rainbow herring was correct. It's just I had some categories mixed up, so I had rejected it as the rainbow herring. But it did end up being that way. Okay, that would have helped if I had forced myself to make that the rainbow herring. But I mean, I didn't make mistakes anyway. So, all right. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Wednesday, March 25th. We'll do the easy, medium, then hard. Let's play. All right. Adds to 14. This is our only 6. 6, 3. We don't have a double 3. So 6, 3 goes down. This is a double. We have double 4 and double 5. But that uses one of our 5s. So that's not going to work. This is for... Wait. Hold on. This is supposed to be the easy, but I just got messed up. The fives I have 5-2. Okay, no, sorry, we have 2-2. How do I miss it when there's so few dominoes? How do I miss that? How are we adding 14? Probably 5-5-4. All right, that ended up blank. All right, a little bit of a fumble there, but let's move on to the medium. So this one just throws out its other side. It's either going to be the blank or the 3. I'm going to try my best to draw out the dominoes that are forced. So I feel like that's important in this one. So this could go left or up. Now, okay, so from here, we can't go down. Or rather, from here, we can't go up. That's even better to say. Because then this would have to go left, because this is an empty spot. Can't put anything there. And then we'd have 2 double dominoes that were the same. 2 dominoes that are identical is not possible. So this can't go up. This goes left, making it the double. And this has to go up, which means this has to go up. This could go up or right. Okay, I'm not sure that I can draw more yet. I want to underline my doubles. I have a 3-3. Is that it? That's my only double? Okay, that's helpful. That means this can't go up. That goes left. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, no other doubles. That goes left. This go okay, this square we don't know yet. But the 3-3 just goes here, so I don't need to underline that. All right, and that means there are other 3s. We've got a 3-5 and a 3-1. That's it. What's attached to a 0? 5 or 1. That doesn't help me. Well, okay, I can't use... Well, never mind. I've got a 1-6 as well. I was going to say I can't use all my 1s doing that. Okay, I can't use 3 1s here because then I won't have a 1 for here. So I have to use 3... I don't have 3 3s. Sorry, not 3s. I have to use 3 5s there. So this is 3-5. This is blank 5. And then this is 3-1. Now, I don't have a 2-5, so we got to do the 2-6 this way. Was that my only 2 the whole time? That was my only 2 the whole time. Now we can do the 5-6 this way, and then the 6-1 here, and then the 1 blank there. All right. Cool. Yeah, that solved really nicely. Let's do the hard. Okay, let's see what we can draw here. This is a domino, this is a domino. Now, do I have a blank 5 to work with? I do. So this could be blank 5. So any proof that that wouldn't work? So if we go with blank 5 here, then we need a double here and a double here and a double here at the very least. How many doubles do I have? I've got a 6-6. I've got a 5-5. Is that it? I need to double check. Only 2 doubles. So this would require 3 doubles, which is no good, right? This require that double, and that double. No other choice. And that we don't have that. So this goes right and this goes up. And that significantly reduces the number of doubles we need, which is good because we only have 2 of them. But we still need a double in here, but that's the only double we need. All right, so double 5 and double 6. I wonder which one we want to use here. Now, from a blank, we do have blank 6 and we have blank 5, so we can't decide that way. Greater than 3, less than 3. What's my in here? They're all kind of straddling. I wonder if I need to sum some of this stuff up. It's a little tough because of all the equals is. I guess I could see if summing is at all helpful because I don't know how else to get started on this. There may be a way to get started that isn't that. Like maybe there's a double that can go into 6. I think there's plenty of choices though. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to sum up all of the known information up here. So we've got 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5. And I'm going to assume that the less than 3 is a 2. I'm going to assume the greater than 3 is a 4. So this is kind of the most likely sum, I should say. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to do that. 43. So I'm going to say like about 43. we'll start from there. Now we're going to add up the pips. So we got 4 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 10 plus 3 plus 11 plus 2 plus 10 plus 5 is 76. That's pretty big. So 76 here. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this sum without these two. I think that might actually help for a reason I'll talk about in a second. So we're going to do 43 minus 2 minus 4, which is 37. Okay. 37. And so the point is that these are actually plus 3 times something. Call that k. I don't know. N. Why not? Plus 3 times n. What is n? N is the sum of the... So this is a 3 cell, this is a 3 cell, this is a 3 cell, right? So this is going to be divisible by 3, so will that, so will that. That's kind of my point. So what we need to do is we need to do 76 minus 37, 76 minus 37. That's 39. So 39 is divisible by 3, which means that these two, when you sum them, have to be divisible by 3. That's the information I gained from this, mostly. We also know that, okay, so difference is 39. Diff is 39, which includes, I hope you can see all this. It includes the these two, but 39 is pretty big. So 39 over 3 is going to average 13. But then we need to subtract. Let's see. Are these going to add to anything other than 6? So less than 3 could be 0. Okay, even if the less than 3 was a 0, this would then have to be a 6, because it can't be a 3. Because that's be greater than 3. So a 0 here would force a 6 here. That's an interesting conclusion. A 1 here could not put a 2 here. It could put a 4 here. No, not 4. It could be a 5 here. So we could do 1, 5. So we're either doing 0, 6 or 1, 5. Now the 2... We're not putting 1 there. 2 plus 4 would be 6. Yeah, I don't think there's... I think these always add to 6. Actually. That's interesting. They always add to 6. There must be some property there that I'm not thinking about. 0, 1, or 2 to get to be divisible by 3. But the max we have is 6. So the biggest we can add to is 6 plus 2, which is 8, which doesn't get us to 9. So they can't ever add to 9, yeah. They can't ever add to 3 either. Okay, so that's our proof. That's kind of fun. So these add to 6. These add to 6 in total. And so actually this 43 is correct. This 43 is correct. So actually our diff, then we can just do minus 43. 76 minus 43 is 33. So our diff is actually 33. Let's rewrite it. Diff 33. And so that means that this plus this plus this is 11. That's what I learned. So 3 different digits that add to 11. There are options. But if we use the 6 as one of these, so this is a double. So if we use the 6, 6, then the other two need to add to 5. So we could do blank 5. Is this really the best way to approach it? I don't know. I'm trying to use the information I just spent a bunch of time gaining. So with the 6, we could do blank 5, or we could do 1, 4, or we could do 2, 3. All of which... Well, okay. So what digits do I actually have 3 of? I have enough blanks, for sure. I have a lot of blanks. I don't have enough ones. I only have 2 ones. So 3s are 0s, not 1s. 2s, 1, 2, 3. I do have 3 2s. We have to consider that we need the ends, the other end of the 2s need to be able to add to 6, though. And we can't, right? So we can't actually use the 2s up here or up here. And it's definitely not going down there because it doesn't have a double. So 4, 1, and 0 can't be used to add to 6. So actually that's not possible. With the blanks, do I have a way to add 6? I'm assuming I do. Yeah, I have 2, 4, which seems quite viable. Wait, that's not what. No, sorry, I'm thinking about that wrong. Because they're not going to go there and there. No, that's wrong. Oh shoot. Okay, so two may be viable. Darn, I thought that was a good way to exclude things, but I was thinking about that wrong. It's not going to go there and there. Two might be viable. 3, 1, 2. Nope. 4s. We have 1, 2, 3. So 4s are viable. 5s are definitely viable. 6s are definitely viable. Okay. So these are the these are the options. We need to pick 3 of them, and they need to add to 11. So we could do 0, 5, 6. That's possible. We need to use a 5 or a 6. We could do 0, 5, 6. We could do, if we didn't use the 0, we could do 2, and then we need to add to 9. So it would be 2, 4, 5. And then if we didn't use the 0 or 2, it would be 4, 5, 6, which has 15. So those are our 2 options. It's either going to be 0, 5, 6, or it's going to be 2, 4, 5. So the 5 is always used. Now, is the 5 viable in one of these two? Might be a question to ask. Otherwise, we have to use the 5, 5 down here. 5, 6 could easily go in there, but then I would need to have something attached to a blank to go up here. Like a blank 4. Would I have, yeah, and I have blank 6 as well. Well, okay, if the 5 went up here, I actually have to use the 6 here. Because I don't have enough 5s without using the double. So if I used my, I guess something to consider is that going up to here, okay, we need to be able to, we need a domino that bridges this though. So I would need, so if we were doing 0, 5, 6, that can bridge the gap. I've got a 0, 6 and a 0, 5, so that can bridge the gap. If I do 2, 4, 5, the question is, do I have a 2, 4 or a 4? Well, if I do 2, 4, 5, the 5s go down here. So I would need a 2, 4. I have it. Darn it. I might have to just try one. I wish there was another opening, but I'm not seeing it. So why don't we just start with the blank? My instinct says it's the blank. Although the 2, 4 is easier because it can only go one way or the other. This 2, 4 does go here. It could rotate. I'm not sure which way. But let's see. What's attached to the 2? We have a 2, 1 and a 2 blank. So yeah, the 2 would have to go into here. And then the 4, we need a big number attached to a 4. We have 4, 6. So I would do 4, 6 here, and I would do 2 blank here. So these add to 6. And then my final 2, 1 goes up. And that's an issue because I now used my last 4 to go into a 5 here. Okay, so that doesn't work for many reasons. I need a 4 there, and this needs to be 4, 5, which we don't have. Okay, so it's not the 4, 2 there. So that means that we have to do blank 5, 6. So we still don't know which one's the double. But the blank 5 or the blank 6 goes across here. Okay, so attached to a 6, I've got 5, 4, and blank. Attached to a 5, I've got 6, blank, and 5. So one option would be to do a 6-5 here. Oh no, because then I was saying 5 blank would go up, but we don't have a blank blank, so that doesn't work. We could do, oh no, so maybe this works. If I did 5 blank here, then I could do 6 blank here to add to 6. And then my 5 blank, I swear there was a 5 blank. I already used it. Oh, so that doesn't work. Do I have a small 5? I mean, I could do the 5 blank here. No. If I'm using the 5 blank in this area, it's got to be here or the other way. And I have 5, 6, and 5, 5. Okay, so I think it's 6 blank that's going to go across this boundary, one way or the other. Now attached to 6, I've got a 5. That's useful, I think, because I have a blank 1, don't I? I don't have a blank 1. What else do I have? 6, 6. I don't have a blank blank. 6, 4 then. And the blank 2. I think this is forced. And then my blank 5 goes here. And then I have my 5, 5 here. Wait, but this would be blank 5. Oh. Hold on. What's going on here? Is there a 2, 4, 5 that I didn't account for? Okay, let's think about this again. Because I gotta... Okay, let's just start with which one's the double. So let's start with the 5, 5 double here. I think that's going to be easier because there's only 2 choices. And then we know this is 5 blank. Boom. And now we need another 5. We only have 1 left. That's our 5, 6. Boom. And now the 6 has to bridge the gap to the blank. So that's 6 blank. And now this 6 has to go to a greater than 3. We're going to use the 4 because we don't have a blank blank. Now we have a blank 2 that goes here. And then we have a blank 3 or a blank 4 that can go up. Perfect. This is what it is. I'm pretty sure. So blank 3 or blank 4. I like the idea of the blank 3 because I have this 2, 4 that can go into an 8. Oh, but then I need to use the 4 blank to go into 7, so that doesn't work. So we'll use the blank 4 to go up. And now I have a 1, 3 to go into the 8. No, I have a 1, 2 that can go into the 8. And then a 6, 6 into the 7. And then a 1, 3 down. And then a 3 blank down. And then the 4, 2 here. Perfect. Oh, wait. What did I mess up? I probably rotated something badly. Oh, this is supposed to add to... Oh, yeah. I rotated that badly. There we go. 15 minutes, but it was 15 minutes well spent. I enjoyed that. The math actually helped considerably, I think. Knowing that these had to add to 11, knowing that these had to add to 6. And then, yeah, I focused on the wrong part after discovering that. If I'd said, okay, well, this is going to be 5, 5 or 5, 6, let's see which one works. I think that with that extra information, that went very smoothly. I don't know why 6, 6 breaks, but I'm sure it breaks for some good reason at some point. I wish I could go back and try it, but I'm not gonna. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Wednesday, March 25th. And we'll do the MIDI after. Let's play. Instrument in bluegrass music, probably the banjo, though there are others. Publication with the headline, CIA realizes it's been using black highlighters all these years with the Onion. Classic headline. Cutoff point for cropped jeans. The knee? I don't know. Hilarious person. A jokester. Let's see. Place to hibernate. A den? Tens across the board. 1982 film in which Carol Burnett played Miss Hannigan. Is that Angie? I don't know why Angie came to mind, but I had those letters. Japanese camera band. Nikon. I don't think it's Angie. Maybe it's Annie. Sudden shock. A jolt. Final number and a countdown. 1. So this is ankle, probably. All right. Cutoff point. Oh, the ankle for crop jeans. Oh, okay. I don't really know what crop jeans are. Where are you cropping them? I guess you could crop a jean anywhere, right? All right. I think I got all the downs and all the crosses. Oh, riot. Hilarious person is a riot. All right. Let's move on to the MIDI. It's called Leaders in Tech. Let's play. Steady as she goes. Let's do the downs. Bend down. Approach for, oh, squat maybe? Approach for some money, casually. Approach for some money. So to, oh, when you approach someone, you ask for money. Like is it begging related or is this more, I don't know. UFO passengers for short, ETs. What's this? Arguing or working hard. With a Q there, I don't know. Arguing or working hard. What's this? Business that would like to have a chat or a hint to. Business that would like to have a chat. So some sort of technology company, because it's leaders in tech, that is known for their chat system. So like we could be saying like Microsoft Teams or Slack or Discord or AOL Instant Messenger. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. Let's just move to here. Naughty. Naughty. Arguing or working hard. Like that's ever going to happen. Decomposes. I don't think this is squat. Bend down. Squatting isn't really bending down, is it? Squatting avoids bending down. Okay, so yeah, that was wrong anyway. Decomposes. Rots. So what is this then? Bend down. Oh. Approach for some money. Poker buy-in, the ante. Maybe I can get some downs here. Sheep's sound. Bah. It's blank. Easy breezy. It's easy. No, it's cake. That goes for me too. Well, it's not gonna be me too. That would fit, but you can't repeat the clue. Provide with a meal. All right, maybe not. Like that's never gonna happen. Handy note for tracking a debt. Handy note for tracking a debt. IOU. Gobbled up. 8. Popular music player discontinued in 2022. The iPod Shuffle. I don't know. Was discontinued in 2022. The Zune. I have no idea. Drawing, sculptures, paintings, etc. Art. Business that would like to have a chat. One might hold candles for a birthday. A cake. Discipline with lotus poses. Yoga. Ew, keep that to yourself. TMI, too much information. Normally they would have to say that it's abbreviated. I hope that's right. Preschoolers' go-to question. Why? I haven't hit that phase yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming. Bend down. Stoop, maybe? Approach for some money, casually. Hit up. You hit them up for money. It's blank. It's easy breezy. It's easy. It's... That goes for me too. Huh. Opera solo, an aria. What's going on here? Arguing or hard at work. You're either at it or having a tit. Okay. Or maybe arguing you're going at it. Maybe it's both at it. I don't know. Like that's ever going to happen. Did I get all the downs? Let's see. Provide with a meal. Feed. Feed crossing 8 is fun. Like that's going to... As if. Like that's going to happen. As if. It's... Huh. Naughty. Bad. It's as... Ditto. That goes for me too. Ditto. Popular music player discontinued in 22. So it's Apple iPod. Okay. So it was the iPod. Oh, it's a snap. Okay. I was rating it as something. As nap. Running behind schedule is late. Let's make sure I didn't miss it down. Period of history is an era. Faux humble replied, great job. Oh, I try. Again, it instead of just the first letter. Perform in a play, act. That would be me. I am. Hit the slopes, ski. So is this AI? Oh, AI startup? I see. Not what I was thinking. Oof, that's awful is ugh, and cough up the money is pay. All right. A little bit of a rough start, but I recovered. How'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is intermission mission. Intermission mission. So like getting snacks and stuff, pretzel. So is snacks or spanogram maybe? Things you do during intermission. You're going to go get snacks, right? Maybe you're going to get other things, but I'm looking for snack first. I see SNAC. Okay. Wait, does K exist? No. All right, well, I'm just going to start with pretzel then. Because I'm not quite sure. Wait. Pretzel. There we go. Kind of pretzel shaped. As best as you can make pretzel shaped. Maybe get some water. Maybe it's concessions. Concessions. There we go. We got candy. We got beer. We've got what else is missing? Soda. Fries, popcorn. There we go. Okay. I didn't think of concessions until I got two of them. I probably could have gotten this spanogram first, but it doesn't really matter. How'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is Squaredle. Same game as yesterday. I am going to start with stare, and then, not stare, sorry. I'm going to start with steal. I picked the wrong word. I'm going to start with steal, and then we will go over how this works. So we actually got quite a few black here, black results. The S and the T and also the L were black. That means that they're not in the puzzle at all. Stop using them. You can use them, but they're not going to be actually correct anywhere. If we had gotten any white ones, we didn't, but if we got any white, that means that it's in the puzzle somewhere, at least once, but not in the row or column we guessed it. Now this yellow one with the arrows pointing left-right means it's in the row, but not where we guessed it, and not in the column. If it's red, it's the opposite. This up with these up-down arrows, it's in the column somewhere, but not in the row. And then if we get an orange one with the arrows pointing both ways, that means that it's in the row and the column, but not where we guessed it. And it'll be big and green if it's correct. All right, so we have to guess in order. Right now we have to guess this middle one. Next guess will be the outer edge here. So I'm going to guess... I want to get an N. Why don't we do crone? I want to find where this E goes. Well, yeah, we can find where the E goes in this vertical. Okay, maybe not. So we actually learned quite a bit about where E doesn't go, because we learned it doesn't go here because of this white E. Well, we already knew that. And it doesn't go here. There is an N in this word. There's a C in this word. So both of these C's are pointing at this cell. So I like to just assume it's there until proven otherwise. We have an E and an A here. The E doesn't go here. So I'm thinking the E might go here because I don't like CE very much. And we also have an A though. So maybe it's CA. We could, oh, there's no L in the puzzle. I was going to say camel. If I could think of a word that does this, then I could test this last letter. It could be an ER word. Okay, so I want to start with R, and I want to end in Y, because it's very often that these last words end in Y, just because it's a very common ending between two words. So I'm going to start with C, end with Y. I'm thinking candy. For any reason candy would be bad? No, I think candy was pretty good, actually. All right, so it does end in Y. Pretty common, as I said. So the N doesn't go here. These are two N's pointing, so let's say the N goes here. And then maybe the E also goes here. NE makes sense to me. I want to think of a word that does CA something E and guess that here. Yeah, I thought I guess. Oh, I wanted to guess with an R here, not a C here. Okay, well, we're gonna do caver. Okay, so the CA and E is correct. It's not ER though. This R goes somewhere. This might be an ER. In fact, this could be an RRY word. Let's test that when we get there. This could be an NER word, or what? Let's see. Can we think about what this is going to be? Like what are we going to end in? Can't. can't think of it right now. All right. There's an A in this word somewhere. There's an A in this word. It could be in the middle. Is there an A something NER word? I can't think of one. There is apnea. Okay, apnea was correct. So maybe now I'm thinking maybe the R's here. Like, I don't know, greasy, no. Let's see, can I figure out these words? There's a V somewhere in the puzzle. Oh, we got this clue here. We guessed 2 A's in apnea. And because we did that, when we guessed this middle row here and the column, because we used 2 A's in our guess, it's telling us that there are 2 A's in this word. So we need to find a second A for this word, and it's not going to be AA at the end. So this is guaranteed an A. And there's a V somewhere in the puzzle, and we're kind of limited in where it can go. So I'm thinking this is gravy, but then how do we end in EG? Maybe this is gravy. Let's guess gravy. Okay. There's a V in this word. Ooh, it has to be here, because it can't be here. This white V tells us it's not there. And then this has to be R. It's the only place left for R. So is it ovary? We know there's an O somewhere. And this is cameo. I have a cameo, by the way. This is probably mania. Okay. So I can finish cameo by getting mania and ovary. So I'd like to guess this top word. And I can just finish with mania, ovary, and whatever this is. So let's see if we can figure this out. Do I know any information that I haven't used yet? We are C. We could be CH. Something like champ. We need to put a P somewhere. Where's our PQ? Okay, so if you right click on the keyboard or long press, it tells you where the P results were. This is a green P. Oh. So we know there's a P somewhere, but we found one already. I'm still going to try champ. I think that's my best bet. Okay, it wasn't champ, but darn. So I need one more guess then. Mania, ovary. Okay, let's see what this got me. There is an O in this word. I don't think it's A-O-Y, so I think this has to be an O. Are there any letters I haven't seen yet? A we've seen, Y we've seen, I we've seen, H we've seen, C we've seen. Okay. What else does this? Is this foamy? Can this be an M? Oh yes, this M is actually pointing over. So I think it's foamy. Is it chaff and foamy? It sure is. All right. Very nice. Got a 4, but yeah, a little difficult. A little difficult today. Chaff is especially difficult. I mean, I wasn't going to go for chaff over champ. Cool. Well, how'd you do? And let's spin the members wheel and see what we're going to play tomorrow. It will be Blitz fan suggestion of Rattle. Haven't played that in a while. If you would like to play along, then there is a link in the description. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There is a link to solve there's a link to my Wordle video at the end if you just click. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.